My name is Natalie. I am 25 years old. Today was my first day at a new job. I am the new personal assistant. My boss is the director of the company. His name is Morris. He is 42 years old. Morris is a powerful man. Many people in the office respected him. Morris was tall and handsome. He always wore nice, expensive suits. Morris was very smart and successful. I knew he was married. He had a wife and 2 children. This job was very important for me. I had worked hard to get this position. I hoped to grow in my career. My job was to help Morris. I had to manage his calendar, answer his phone calls, and write important emails. During the day, I noticed Morris looked at me often. Sometimes his eyes would follow me when I walked past his office door. Other times I would look up from my computer and he would be watching me. Morris would quickly look away. At first, I did not think much of it. I thought it was normal. He was my boss and I was new. Maybe he was checking if I understood my tasks. Perhaps he wanted to make sure I was working hard. I focused on my work and tried not to think about him. One afternoon, Morris asked me to come into his office. I walked in holding some important papers for him. He stood up from his chair. He came closer to me, much closer than normal. It felt strange. Then something happened. Morris touched my hand. I froze. My heart began to beat fast. I did not know what to do or what to say. Morris looked at me. He smiled a little, but it was a strange smile. I felt uncomfortable. I wanted to move away, but I could not. I just stood still. I did not say anything at all. I was afraid. This was my new job, and I needed it very much. I needed to pay for my apartment and my food. If I said something wrong, would I lose my job? The thought made me scared, so I kept quiet. I did not want to make any problems. After a few seconds, Morris took the papers. I quickly walked out of his office. I felt worried. I went back to my desk, but I could not stop thinking about what had just happened. From that day, things changed for me at work. I felt his eyes on me all the time. Every time I walked past his office, I felt him watching. It was not like before. It was different. This made me feel uneasy. I did not understand why Morris touched my hand. I did not understand why he looked at me like that. I just wanted to do my work and feel safe. One evening, the workday was almost finished. Most of the staff had already gone home. I was packing my bag, ready to leave. Suddenly, Morris came to my desk. He stood very close, just like before. He said, "Natalie, don't go home yet. Let's have dinner. Just you and me." My hands were shaking. I did not want to go. I tried to think of an excuse. I said, "Oh, Mr. Morris, I have plans tonight." He smiled and said, "It's important. We need to talk about some work things, and it's polite to accept an invitation from your boss." I did not want to make him angry. I needed this job, so I agreed. We went to a nice restaurant. Morris did not talk about work. He looked at me and said, "Natalie, you are a very special person. You are beautiful and smart. I have never met anyone like you." I felt confused. His words were nice, but the situation felt wrong. I did not know what to say. I just looked at my plate. Then Morris said, "Natalie, I want you to be my lover. No one will ever know. It will be our secret." The world stopped. I could not believe what I just heard. My boss, a married man, was asking me to do this. I said, "No, Mr. Morris, I cannot do that. I am your personal assistant. This is not right." Morris's smile disappeared. His eyes turned cold. Morris said nothing. We did not talk anymore. When the dinner ended, Morris dropped me at my home. He did not say goodbye. He just drove away. I tried to sleep, but I could not. I was worried about tomorrow. The next day, everything changed. Morris gave me many more tasks than usual. My work doubled overnight. I often stayed late to finish everything. I felt tired all the time. Morris also began to insult me in front of others. For any small mistake, he would speak loudly. One day, I put a file in the wrong place. Morris called my name. He said, "Natalie, this is not good enough. You must do better." Everyone looked at me. My face turned red. I felt ashamed. Another time, I forgot a small detail in a report. Morris made me stand up in a meeting. He told everyone, "Natalie needs to pay more attention. This is a simple job, but she cannot do it right." I felt hurt. I tried to stay calm, but it was difficult. Morris said to me, "You should think about my offer again. Life can be much easier for you here." I understood. Morris was angry because I refused him. He made my life very hard. He wanted me to suffer. I felt trapped in my job. I needed the money so I could not leave. One night, I stayed late at work again. I was trying to finish a big report for Morris. As I worked, I looked up. On Morris's desk, there was a photo. It was a picture of his family. His wife and 2 children were in the photo, all smiling. They looked like a perfect family. I knew I could not stay quiet anymore. This was not fair to his wife. I decided I would tell her what Morris was doing. I found his wife's phone number. It was in Morris's emergency contacts. My hands shook as I dialed the number. She answered quickly. I told her my name and that I worked with Morris. I said I needed to talk to her about something important. I asked if we could meet. She agreed to meet me. We met at a small cafe. I told her about Morris touching my hand. I told her about the dinner invitation. I told her that Morris had asked me to be his lover. I explained how he had treated me badly at work after I said no. Her face changed. She looked angry, but her anger was not for Morris. It was for me. She leaned across the table. She said, "You tried to steal my husband. You want to break my family." I tried to speak. I wanted to tell her that it was not true, but I did not get the chance. Before I could say another word, she raised her hand. She slapped me across my face. My heart stopped. Everyone looked at us. My cheek hurt. Tears filled my eyes. I felt so much shame and anger. I stood up quickly. I ran out of the cafe crying. The next day, I decided I would tell everyone the truth about Morris Sasev. It was time for the team meeting. Everyone gathered in the conference room. Morris sat at the head of the table. I walked to the center of the room. Everyone looked at me. I said, "Everyone in this office needs to know the real Morris. Morris, our boss, has behaved very badly. He touched my hand without my permission. He asked me to have dinner with him alone. Then he asked me to be his secret lover. When I said no, he made my work life very difficult. He gave me too much work. He insulted me in front of everyone. He used his power to punish me. I then told them about meeting Morris's wife. I said, I even told his wife. She got very angry, but she was angry at me, not at him. She thought I wanted to steal her husband. She slapped me hard across the face. Morris's face turned red. His eyes were full of anger. He pointed his finger at me. He said, "You are finished. Here, your career is over." Morris then turned and walked out of the room. He slammed the door behind him. I stood still. After the meeting, things changed. Other employees began to come forward. They shared their own stories about Morris. I learned that I was not the only person he treated badly. Many women and men told similar stories. The company's board started an investigation. They looked at emails, messages, and office records. They talked to many people. Slowly, they found a lot of proof. The evidence showed that Morris had used his power in wrong ways. Finally, Morris was fired from his job. He was no longer the director. His wife decided to leave him. She could not stay with him after everything that happened. His reputation was destroyed. He lost everything. I was finally safe, but I felt a little sad. I did not want to destroy someone's life, even if he had hurt me. I just wanted to protect myself and my job. Weeks passed. I continued my work as an assistant. I felt hopeful for the future. This was my life, and I would make it a good one. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.